Yo, what's going on everyone? Miles Midoriya here with the review and recap of All American Season 5, Episode 8. In the beginning, we see Spencer and Alicia. Looks like these two been spending some time together, and he brings up that he's going to a family party later, and from the sound of it, he says she seems like she wants to go too. He thought family gatherings weren't a part of their rules, but she wanted to go. He did let her know, though, that his ex was going to be there, but she said they all have a pass. I was like, yeah, you say that now. Next scene, Billy's talking to Grace about the school, and she's happy for him. You know, he's doing a good job being a principal. He's taking care of things like he said, but there is one thing that pops up. AD texts him about him making his decision on being the GAU head coach. For Billy, this might be a lot of pressure on him. If you think about it, he doesn't want to leave South Crenshaw High and let them down, and we know how Grace was acting when he was trying to go for the principal role, but also this is a big opportunity for him to coach college football. At the Baker's house, Coop accidentally let some information slip, like, come on, Coop, you gotta check your surroundings. She told Scott that Spencer is bringing Alicia, and yeah, right when she said that, Olivia popped up. She seemed mad at Coop. Coop did apologize to her, and she said she was sure that Spencer would have told her, and Olivia said, why would he have to tell her anything when she knows she will? I was like, whoa, I get that you're mad at her, and Coop was annoying in the beginning with that Christmas gift situation, but kind of lay off a little bit with her. Scott brought up how things are in the house and suggested that Coop move, and Coop said she doesn't have time to look into it yet. Moving along to the beach house, Jordan and Asher are playing the game. Jordan tells Asher that Wilmot was good and even suggested that Asher should coach there, but he said who would want to give up an oceanfront view? To be fair, I wouldn't leave if I was Asher either. Oceanfront views are nice, but Coach Montez gave him a chance and listens to him sometimes when it comes to the team. So not only would that probably upset Coach Montez for giving him a chance, he would most likely have to almost start over building up what he earned at Coastal. Spencer walks in and Jordan just completely switched up how he felt about Wilmot, saying it was hot and muggy. Then after Spencer left, Asher brought up Coastal again, and Jordan said he hasn't made a decision just yet. Later on in the review, we'll talk about the decision that Jordan actually made. They're talking about the party for Billy. Asher asked if JJ coming, and he said he can't make it. Asher was surprised that he even responded to him. It was brought up that he spoke to Spencer as well. Asher added that he punched him in the face, and Jordan told him that they're still friends, so it seems like JJ's keeping in contact with everyone except for Asher. Jordan's right, that is their friend, and he should talk to Asher. He has to see Asher's point of view. Like, he kept wilding out too much, partying, not showing up for practice. He cares about his friend, he just wanted him to focus more. Billy and Laura sitting around talking about him and his job opportunity at GAU. He likes working at South Crenshaw High, and then him thinking about actually taking the GAU job. It feels like maybe he's betraying Spencer because he was supposed to be helping Kenny get the job. Laura told him to go talk to both Jordan and Spencer. He brought up that the offer has to be confidential, but Laura said skip that, be honest with yourself and go talk to both of them. Stop hiding behind excuses and the right answers will come. I said Laura coming through with the good advice. You already know this was going to happen. We see Jordan and Layla together. They're not alone in the house though. Olivia walks in, which means they had to play it cool. Olivia was catching up with her, asking her how Atlanta was, and she said Patience did good. Then got asked if she seen Simone, and Layla mentioned that they saw each other a few times. Jordan had that look like, wait, what happened now? I didn't know about this. Olivia's next question was, why was Jordan there? Layla was saying that he was helping her set up the office. Yeah, he was setting up the office all right. That wasn't the only reason why he was there. Moving to the next scene, we see Spencer and Grace talking. He tells her that he's going to be bringing Alicia to the party later and asks her, is that weird? She said, yeah, that's weird, but that is the way life goes when you fall in and out of love. She wasn't talking about Alicia though, but him and Olivia. He goes on talking about the football program and how Kenny could get the job at any time. Grace said he sounds confident. He said it's easy when nobody wants a job. Spencer, if you only knew, bruh, in due time, if you only knew. But that little part where he said nobody wants a job, that might pop up in Grace's mind again later. Asher's upstairs with Jamie practicing his jokes for Billy's roast birthday party. Yeah, they ain't really too good. He tells Jamie about the whole JJ situation. He hasn't heard from him, but Jordan and Spencer have, and he thinks that he moved out of the house not to get away from everyone, but to get away from him. Jamie told him that he may need a little more space, and sometimes the people we take our crap out on are the people we feel the safest with, and not to mistake JJ's ghosting for anger and to keep letting them know he's there. All of a sudden, Jamie started having some pains in her chest, and she said it was a pulled muscle, but we know that's not it. Jordan's at South Crenshaw High. He's talking with his dad about choosing colleges because he wants to play football. We know Billy wants to tell him about the job because he wants to coach both of them again, but he can't really say anything yet. He tells Billy that he wants to find a coach that believes in him. Billy tells him that he believes in him, and Jordan knows that he does. It's just he isn't his coach anymore. He's his dad. He wants to find his version of his dad on a football field. That might be sooner than later. Back at the beach house, Spencer's wrapping a present, and yeah, he could have just let somebody else handle that, boy. Not today. Coop brings up that Olivia overheard her mention that Alicia would be going to the party, and Spencer said, what's with that big mouth of yours? Coop tells Spencer that they're going to have to rip out that breakup band-aid eventually. Over at the Baker's house, Olivia's with Noah, and she's a little bit bothered by Spencer bringing a date to the party, so Noah says that he'll be her date. From that, you can tell Noah kind of likes Olivia. Jordan and Layla are having a conversation about her talking to Simone and wondered what happened because she has different facial expressions, and the one that she showed downstairs earlier seemed like things didn't go too good. She mentioned that it had to do with her, but somewhat about him, and Jordan asked did she bring up that they were together. She said it didn't go how she hoped it would, and he said that he should have been the one to tell her. Layla felt like she owed her a conversation. Jordan told her that they should have made that decision as a team, and that him and Simone are in a good place, and now it might seem like he lied to her or didn't care enough to tell her personally. I could see both sides. Layla was cool with her and didn't want to come off as shady with how things turned out, and Jordan did end things good with Simone, but I could see his perspective of how Simone could see things, as he probably didn't want to care to tell her. It's party time. Billy arrives and he's surprised. He's talking to Grace and he says something that I think got her thinking that Billy may be another option for that job when he mentions that 80 Barnes is considering other candidates. We know how Grace is, and she won't take too long piecing everything together. While they're at the party, Jamie notices something up with Layla based on her face, and she says she can't help it, it's just her face. Nah, after she saw Jordan and heard him mention her facial expression, she's remembering that. It happens again. Jamie started having pain, which really shows that she should go get help, but she told Ashley that she made an appointment for the next day. Then the scene goes to Spencer and Billy talking. I gotta add this in, they did Billy dirty. They did like a smaller stand-up picture of him, and I was like, I know this dude's taller than that. Scott brings up about Coop doing a joke being at the baker's house. Coop wasn't trying to hear it and told her that she's happy and that they should just move on. Spencer, Alicia, and Jordan are chatting. Alicia thinks Jordan's pretty cool and how she might know some women that would date him, and asks if he's single. Spencer said he's recently single. Once again, if Spencer only knew, man, this dude in a whole secret relationship. Just then when they were talking about people having a past, Olivia and Noah pop up. This basically set the tone later for how Alicia can see something may or may not still be there between those two. Billy and Laura are sitting on stage in their chairs and everyone's getting their jokes off. Some of them did a really good job bouncing jokes back and forth. Spencer's standing in the crowd, Grace walks up to him and they have a conversation about him and Olivia. They're speaking on how before they were dating, they were friends. It's nothing wrong with getting back to that place, and he said, what if she's not ready? And Grace told him that, then at least you know you tried. She's right. Either way, something has to happen. Like Coop said earlier, they gotta rip off that breakup band-aid, do something. Them dating other people isn't just gonna affect them, but those involved. Spencer goes up and he's giving his speech. He got some jokes in there as well, and basically thanking Billy for what he's helped him with. And when he said one of the most important relationships in life can be traced back to Coach Baker, when he said that, we all noticed he was looking at Olivia. It's Billy's turn, and you already know he was gonna get his jokes off with everyone that spoke. He did get serious and was grateful for everyone being there, and in his speech there was another hint that Grace picked up on, thinking maybe Billy's gonna be applying for that job. He said, to many, he is Coach Baker, and you'll never know how much that means to him. He grew up on the football field, is where he learned how to be the man, the husband, and the father he wanted to be. He knows he's not perfect, but he knows he can go back home to the field whenever he needs to be centered. And thanks to Mom for reminding him of that. When I tell you, Grace had that look like she figured it out or something was up. Things are starting to calm down. Spencer goes over to talk with Olivia, and they mention the past a little, and she said in 6 months, hopefully things will be more normal. Spencer asked her, do she think that they'll be friends again like before they dated? Olivia said no, things will never be the same, but that's okay. She doesn't want to erase the time they spent together. Their relationship is important to her. She'd like to find what this new version of friendship is for them. The party's over, Billy's at home, Grace is there, and guess what? She put 2 and 2 together. She's letting them have it about him possibly taking the coaching job because he made a commitment to being the principal, and she knew he may leave if some shiny coaching job popped up. Billy told her that the program isn't doing good and they trust him to work on it. D1 programs just don't fall in your lap. She did not care. She said it somehow fell in your lap. Was it when he went behind her son's back? He let her know that he didn't know they was going to offer him the job and he hasn't decided to take it yet. Billy went on saying Grace wanted him to look after Spencer and this is a good chance to do that. He can build a whole program around Spencer and Jordan, and she said even if that's not what Spencer wanted. Grace wasn't letting up. She let him know, what about the boys he's leaving behind in Crenshaw, the ones who wouldn't have a chance without him, the ones who need him more than the kids who made it to college. This one is a tough one to think about. She was trying to make sure he was serious about taking the job last season and she was giving him a tough time. Even Spencer spoke up about him and how he would be a good fit for the job. Him staying there would help a lot of them, motivate them to do more. He could turn them into good people like Spencer and Jordan. On Billy's side, he really didn't know they were going to offer him the job. This could be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and he can still inspire people from where he's from, that opportunities like that can happen for them. For the college part of it all, just because they're in college doesn't mean they have everything put together. He can help them out with knowledge from playing pro football and in general just advice that could help them out in their future beyond just college and football. Moving along to the Baker's house, Sky's talking with Coop about their relationship. Coop says she cares about her, but she doesn't want to go all in yet because her and Patience dove head first into their relationship until the end and she just wants to take it slow. So it seems the reason she wanted her to move was because of Patience, and she said she should have just said that and not tiptoe around her feelings. It didn't work out well for her the first time and she wants this one to work. Glad they talked it out. That's always important, to just have a conversation and let the other know what's on your mind. We're getting towards the end, so it's going to be like a little bit different parts here and there. Jordan and Layla are in the studio, and she lets him know that Simone wants them to be happy from a distance and ended their friendship. She asked Jordan what would they do when everyone finds out about them. He said they'll face it together as a team, and that's how it should be. It will be interesting to see how everyone's reaction is when they find out. At the beach house, Alicia lets Spencer know either he should move forward or move backwards. He got some decisions to make, and what she said is true. Either he's going to be with her and try something new, or go back to Olivia. Once again, there are other people mixed in with these two, and they have feelings as well. Olivia's home and her and Noah have a moment. They end up kissing, so it looks like we'll be seeing them in the next episode and maybe some development there. We don't know what happened between these two, so maybe she might actually like him. Who knows? I want to switch the order of these two because this will be real quick, but Asher and Jamie are at the beach house and she starts having pain again. I hope nothing happens to this character, but we'll just have to find out in the next episode. Jordan's having a conversation with Billy, and Billy tells him about the job and how nobody else knows and no one else can know before he goes to AD Barnes, and when Jordan found out no one else knew, he had a happy look on his face like he's glad his father told and trusted him with it. Billy told him he knows he wants that person for him on the field coaching, but if he stays, he promises he'll be the coach that he needs and deserves in college, and Jordan agreed to stay. I said, I know they weren't about to let this character just get off the show and go to a whole nother college in a different state. Like, they got two colleges that they focus on, and I thought he was going to go to Coastal, but nah, he stayed there. That's just as good. I don't know what the right decision in this would be. Once again, there are pros and cons to each. He can stay there and help a lot of people at South Crenshaw High, but he can go at GAU and just take on this new opportunity that he hasn't done before. Overall, good first episode back from the break. Some good stuff to look forward to in the next episode, but y'all let me know in the comment section down below. What did you think about the episode and what was your favorite part from it? Here's some more All-American content to check out. Thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.